Welcome to Something Like That with me, NAV. How you doing? How you feeling? Another episode. And of course, my guest for this week, it's a man. I wouldn't want to call him a guest because he's his family. He has been there from the very start of this particular podcast. He's been supporting the show very, very much. And good news is this, he's out with a brand, he's not exactly out with a brand new track, but this is to celebrate, or rather to commemorate one of his albums, which is released about 10 years ago. So it's a 10-year anniversary. Apparently, there's a music video coming up. We're going to talk all about that. Who is he? Well, it's none other than AZMYL YUNOR, my buddy, my man. How you doing,
man.
dude? You good? Good. You doing? How are you?
I'm good. Thanks, man.
I like your whole setup at the back down there. It looks different for a change.
Don't need all the cover stuff, like.
Yeah. On the bright side, at least this time when we are chatting, your room is a bit brighter. The last time, gelap, romantic sangat.
Yeah. True.
So this time is much clearer, man. How you been? I said you've been very busy lately. It's like almost like every week there's a gig somewhere.
Yeah. It was. I've been playing. I was playing at Madekaria every Wednesday in June. Like a residency, like the bar style. So I think they're trying different things.
Okay.
Because, so they offered that to me. So yeah, why not? I got new songs I brought up, and when I play solo, I talk more, talk a bit more, So it's
I've been missing it a lot. I was telling all the other guys, it's like, I've been waiting for this gig thing to open up. And finally, when it does, my work part also opened up at the very same time. So I've been having difficulties attending gigs. Hopefully soon, I actually get time to visit you guys, man. Check you guys out. It's been quite a while, man, since I went to a proper gig. I thought of doing it somewhere tomorrow. You were supposed to have one today, right?
Yeah, but it got cancelled last minute. There was a COVID case. The sound man. Yeah.
Actually, nowadays, like, I don't know, man. It's like COVID. Okay, so what's the big deal now?
Yeah. Like cancel phone, you like
Yeah. Those days, it was exactly 1 year ago. Everyone would have panicked. The whole Taman would have been quarantined or whatever like that. But now it's like, okay.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Now it's like, okay lah. So what's next? I was talking to Julio last week. We were talking like, now the big deal is if you don't kena COVID, baru big deal lah. Now kena COVID, okay.
Yeah.
So the question everyone goes like, hey, you belum kena COVID lagi ke? You belum? That's how it works, man.
Kena keep up, man.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Anyway, let's talk about your music video, man. That's coming up. I think you got a very bad internet connection. Is it okay right now?
Seems okay at the moment. Yeah, it's raining here.
That explains. I can see your wave is a bit going lower. But it's okay. No problem. We still can hear you.
All right.
Okay, good. So let's talk about your music video, man. Hey, congratulations. 10-year anniversary.
Yes. Thanks, man.
10 years. That was
10 years.
Pretty fast, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a different world back then too. Yeah.
Yeah, I've known you for more than 10 years. And I remember the Wilaya album that was way back. And now you just, when I was reading through the WhatsApp saying that, hey, my 10-year anniversary is like, that long already here.
Yeah, man. Time flies, dude. It's, I thought, I was the album with the cigarettes, and those were good times. I mean, it was, like I said, feels like a very different world. Not just because there was COVID, but also, social media and all these things weren't there.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was nobody actually depended on that so much.
Yeah, so.
But for the benefit, for those listening in right now who have not actually checked out the Wilaya album, could you just let us know a little bit about that particular album? What was so special about that album? What was the whole thing about?
So yeah, Wilaya was this album. All the songs that I had were my songs that when I started like writing songs back in the late 90s. Like one of the songs was from 97 when I was 20, and and I had it on my cassette before that, the lo-fi cassette. So this was the album that I always wanted to make, and it took a real long time to record. I started recording the drum tracks back in 2006, and because different band members play in different bands, and it's kind of a loose coalition of members. I've never had a band where like I'm the taiko, but I'm the manager in the sense like they're getting things happening,
At the time, at the duet, you got a band.
Yeah, exactly. And they all of them offered me like, hey, I heard you want to start band. And so the guys were friends and from scene, and there was this certain looseness to it, and in the end, it was whoever was available played on the album. There were some songs where I wanted my friend King, who played the Seven Collar T-shirt, he played guitar then, and he got busier, he joined the band, the other band then. So in the end I had to play solo on certain songs. And on this song, actually something I wrote, which is the music video for the song that I'm releasing to celebrate 10 years, I actually played a solo there because, well, out of desperation. Like, King couldn't make it. It's like, okay, I've got to record this, man. Sorry. Like, and so you got to fill it in, yeah.
Nice, man, nice. And this music video is coming out, what, tomorrow, right?
Oh, yeah. 1st July, check it out. It's on It's going to be on YouTube at 12 noon. And on my other social media, we'll see. I got to check. I gotta go Google, what's the best time to post a new music video.
Yeah. Nowadays it's like astrology, man. It's like you gotta find the right stars, the moons, the timing. Those days you come out with a song, just release lah, everybody knows it. It's like now you gotta make sure it's right. Even this particular podcast, it was, no, you gotta release it on Tuesday. No, you gotta release it on Wednesday. I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna release it whenever I want it, man.
Exactly, pain in the ass, man.
Yeah.
I thought this technology is supposed to make your life easier. No, man.
It's too messed up, man. And this music video, what? Who shot it? Because you're into this music video plays and stuff like that, right? So I'm pretty sure. I'm guessing some students involved.
No, this one, no. Okay, interesting backstory because essentially is my friend Wee Jun. He's a film director, so he did some of my music videos like Charity Lane, which had like all this sort of VFX, and he did Sendiri lah. He did Penghasut Blues. I remember we launched that.
Yes, I do.
So we go way back. I mean, for me, I love it working with him. It's always a joy and hoot with him because he's guerrilla style. He's like, okay, nobody can join me. Let's just shoot this myself. Let's do it. So, and he finds his time when he's available. I tell a lot of my collaborators, say, look, just treat this music video as a lab. Try different things. Use me to experiment. You can use me, dissect me, cut me open, or whatever for the music video. Because I don't play by. I'm not a pop artist, so I don't play that game, right? So and I teach film, so I want to try different things. So we shot this video. Very interesting backstory. It was right during the December floods.
Oh.
So I had booked this hotel room for 2 nights, I was supposed to have a gig in Live Fact, and I got caught in Shah Alam for 24 hours.
Ooh.
I was there, man.
Ooh,
became Pulau Shah Alam. So I was caught on Pulau Shah Alam for 24 hours. I had to cancel. I had to pull out the gig. And I lost 1 night of booking. And when I escaped the flood. Finally, the next day, we didn't know we were going to shoot. He was just at home, stepped down. So I got off at the highway. I said, okay. As I'm going that one lane, you can still see the Sungai Damansara, kat Batu Tiga, still high, underneath the bridge. I was driving and I called him, okay, man, it's on. I'll see you there. I tak mandi pun tau. I tak mandi tau. Nama video. So all you see my hair, my makeup and props is that one night in the mall in Shah Alam.
Oh man, I gotta watch this video, man. I really gotta watch this video for this one. I'm surprised you didn't actually take out your guitar or maybe some recording device and record the whole thing while you were stuck in the flood, man. I thought some song would have come out of that. It's like, okay, fine, shit, I got a disaster on me, the perfect ambience for a song. I was expecting somebody to write a song, but nobody did actually.
I have a song, but it's not yet. Yeah, I have a title. It's called "The Wrong Side of the Sungai Damansara."
Oh,
so in the future that'll be coming. That's
okay. That's what I like about you, in the sense that you keep it real, man. You keep it really real, and all the stuff that you come out. Even titles of songs, it's like you're not one of those guys who come up with those fancy names, It's like even what was it, Buggy Blues and then Lori Hantu or something. That's the best part I like about your music or your theme for everything that you release, which is kind of cool. And I'm definitely looking forward for the music video also to see what's different in this one, man. So,
Thanks, man.
So you only had one guy involved in this one?
Yeah, only him. So he came. But the idea was that he had several short films that he never released.
Okay.
And he had shown some of the footage to me. And I thought the tone of the video of the short films we shot really fit. Like, I think, why don't you edit, make a montage and, with me performing. And he said, yeah, that's an idea. So I think he spoke to maybe the actors who were involved, maybe, and also the team that was involved with the short film. And I think probably I think he got their permission. So in
Okay.
essentially, the music video is probably the most straightforward music video I've done. It's just me and Vita miming in the room,
Dude,
cut interspersed.
you seriously? Because most of the music video looks pretty straightforward, but this one, when you say the most straightforward, okay, now that's a mystery right now, man.
That's teasing you there, yeah.
Ah, I got okay. I kind of like the how you look at it, but for you, I mean, you're a person who's like I said earlier, all the people I know, you're really into this rock and roll lifestyle. Even when it comes to your music, it's like punk rock. It's like I just play, I come back. It's so easy to work with. I mean, to do things, but people who come on board and work with you, is it easy for you? Or is it easy for them? Because it's like, you I wouldn't want to use the word carefree, but you know, be a slumber kind of attitude kind of thingy, you know. So when people come and work with you, do you have that pressure or maybe that uncomfortable feeling that people are too tight to work with you? Has that ever happened?
Well, I have the pleasure of not having to audition any band members in my life.
Okay.
So for me, always I think the friendship and one is most important. Skills, Canada lah, but you know
Okay.
it's secondary. You know, it's not I will get you just for the skills. Um, but you say I would go out of my way to make collaborators, guys in the band feel comfortable and like casual, enforce casual
Yeah.
sense of casual.
Because is the mindset and attitude also plays a very important role, because you have your style going on and it's not everybody who can come on board, because it's either you have two sides of the extreme side. One, you have one too slumber, too relaxed, too lazy, or else you
Yeah.
have the other side which is too rigid. It's like too, no, I got to do this, must have this, I must only have time like this, I got to be paid this way, I only can get played the other way, those kind of things. Being in between that is kind of a difficult thing for a musician, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, but it's always the people are teetering on either end, right?
Yeah.
So for me, finding the middle sweet spot is important. And also, I'm a product of the environment we're in. Where you want to do this, but then let's say the venue, or whatever the budget you don't have. So what do? You just keep on dreaming? I've met a lot of people who are bitter, right? Never
Yeah.
get to figure out what they want to, and I don't want to be that. Let's leverage on what we have. I don't want to sound like one of those what I call this those inspirational speakers, but that's the idea. Is like use what you got.
Improvise.
Improvise, and yeah, improvisation is very important, and that's why I like. I'm also in the experimental scene. We're literally doing improv stuff, but also I think it's we're in a business of turning shit to gold.
Okay. Yeah.
Something happens to you, well, don't just leave it, man. So therapy is writing songs about it, and gigging about it, and making
Nice.
an album out of it, and selling the album,
Very true. Very true. Selling part, how's that worked along for you from your previous album? Is like, was the sales okay? Was it to the expectation? Because pandemic kind of messed things up a little bit. So, in terms of sales, was it okay for you?
John Bangin was okay because I was surprised. When things opened up, I used social media. It was quite intense. Nothing to do at home. So then I started personally delivering either
I saw
by
that.
yeah and also by post laju, put in stores. I've managed to sell enough to kind of cover the costs
Wow,
of
that's considered very good. Break even
yeah
is considered very good.
yeah. Gotta keep the cost low too.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
because
very important.
yeah,
Yeah.
these days it's not about making profit. It's as long you cover the cost. That's the most important thing.
I'm happy, yeah. I mean, then
Yeah.
the gigs we are the ones where kind of like okay lah, got tip, So yeah,
Cool. And one thing I like about you, I've noticed something that in the trend since the gig scenes has opened up, a lot of people have been selling tickets and shows and so on. But I've noticed not all of it. Some of your gigs, you don't really charge for tickets, but you say you're accepting tips. That
yeah,
kind of thing. You're focused on that, which you're encouraging people to come on board and just pay what you think is valuable for your time. Right? Is that
true. I mean, it's also like the venues, right? Madhikaria also want to look for different ways to get audiences. Some nights are ticketed, some are not. So they ask me like, is it okay with tip? Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, I think people just want to feel a sense of normalcy again, let them trickle in. It's fine. And actually, the tips are I was surprised. The tips were pretty good.
Actually, it's better than selling tickets, right?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
No,
sometimes
because
tak ramai. No,
because
yeah.
I have this issues like I'm not what do I call it issue because I have this problem in the sense that I got a lot of friends in the industry. You know me, right? A lot of friends in the geek scenes, and everybody's like almost every weekend there's 3-4 shows going on, and I feel so bad that I can't visit each and every show because each show, of course, if I want to pay for every single show that I'm going to go attend or attend as many shows as possible, bro, I need part-time job lah, do a part-time job lah, that kind of thing. So it's like that's one thing is difficult, but of course some parts where you go in, I would love to pay. Yes, I would love to pay in this part, but I hope there's more chances to change where the venue or rather the organizers will cover up that part of it instead of paying for gigs, paying for shows. It's like I hope there comes to a point where sponsor will take care of all of it, so people can just go enjoy the show and come back. And tipping is one of the good things, lah.
Yeah,
I hope,
yeah, yeah.
lah.
Yeah, I
I
think
hope, lah.
we have to adjust and innovate and adapt. I think that's I mean any species needs to adapt and evolve.
Yeah,
There's no point of thinking remember the good old days. Yeah, I can reminisce, but I think
yeah. No, we have to
um
move on, man. We have to move on.
yeah, we got to move on, man. Yeah.
Yeah. But how is it so far since the gig scenes have opened up right now? It's is it good? Is it what you were expecting or better, or you're like, which one is it right now for you?
A lot better than I expected. But but places that are lesser now. I mean, also, I mean, a lot of the at least in the indie underground scene at the moment, I mean, there's a lot of younger bands, and it's also the circle of people right? So a lot of people who are my kind of circle. I mean, they're kind of older now, and they're not organizing shows, they're doing other things. So of course, definitely slow down. And I think I like Charlie Watts once said, rock and roll is a young it's for the young lah, And
Okay.
fair enough, I've got to face that fact, right? So I mean, but I feel a certain sense of freedom with that too. That instead of trying to latch on, hey, this gig, hey, top organizers, I thought like, well, I mean, I got a lot of things to get off my chest. So like these solo shows I've been doing with Vicaria, I jokingly call it like stand-up hope. So
Okay.
I always love stand-up. I mean, I'm a big admirer of George Carlin myself, so I would get riled up about things, right? Reading the news, So I thought like, yeah, I'll just use the banter between songs, explaining the songs, and then also trying to link it with what's happening,
Oh
and
man, I got to watch
yeah,
this one. I definitely got to watch it. I definitely got to watch this one. I'm definitely coming for one of the geeks, man. I got to check that out. But going back to the thing of that, saying that it's for the younger ones, rock and rolls and so on. I've also noticed something. The younger generation per se is also playing music which is from the older generation. There are a
that's
lot of
true.
young musicians playing the older ones. So would that actually make a difference? Because if I'm a music lover, if I'm going to go by the era, so it doesn't matter who's performing, how old the person is performing, does that really make an impact for performers like you?
I don't know. I guess it's also your material. I think, yeah, that nostalgia is a big thing. I mean, now you see all these younger bands, long hair, wearing bell bottoms. They look like their dads when they were younger. It's nostalgia is a trend, is a fashion. But when I, sometimes I listen to the material, yeah, it has hints of that. But I guess what's missing is, you can mimic the surface, but inti dia sama tak? I think that's the
Uh,
main. I've always been about the inti lah, I was like, it can look certain way, but I like the fact that people are sometimes surprised. Sometimes you think, this band doesn't look remarkable. Then they go on stage, they just kill it.
yeah, I've seen that a
That's
lot.
what, yeah, that's what you want, right?
Yeah,
So,
I've seen that. But speaking of gigs and so on, are you having plans of taking it to different states? Because there's also a change, or rather, a slight change in trends, where most of the bands are doing shows outside of the Klang Valley. It's not the focus is no longer in Klang Valley alone. They started touring. I've noticed that even like whether it's a big gig or a smaller gig, where you can only cater about 50 to 100 packs in a venue. They started moving along on a lot. They've been going down south, way up north, east side. So do you have any plans of doing such things?
I mean, I'm glad that's happening. All these bands should get out of bloody Klang Valley lah. And
Yeah.
I always toured, and I was touring before this network was established. So I love touring because I've been doing it all my life, but of course not the scale that the current, after we're still pandemic, but what's happening now, right? But yeah, I think. it's about time because there's so much music lovers in smaller towns, and I think that's how the gospel spreads.
Yeah.
It's not just in the center. You got to decenter it. So by all means, I'm happy that they're touring. But I tour anyway. I'm playing in Penang, by the way, on Saturday. My first out of KL show has been
Nice. Where in
yeah,
Penang?
the canteen at China House. I'm playing with Adil Johan, my buddy in Orkes Padu. He's going to play sax.
Cool,
And
man.
yeah, just a duo. We are planning from some other things, so I'm there. Let's do that. And actually, we are planning to also play in Singapore. So me and a few other, the folk gang,
Cool,
probably
man.
hopefully in August. Yeah, I think we'll
Cool.
come.
That's what I'm looking forward for because your style of music, I've spoken to friends from different states. They said, "Good morning, you got to check this guy out." It's like, dude, if I want to check this guy out, I'm gonna drive all the way down to KL and see it. So finally, if you're gonna decide to go in places, I can just start spreading the word. It's like, okay, go
Yes.
check this guy out because there's a lot of friends. I don't know, maybe it's the age or maybe the kind of wavelength that we have in terms of listening to music. I love the style that you do things. You keep it, like I said earlier in the conversation, you keep it real, man. That's something I always love in a musician. It's like, I get the guitar, I tell things as it is. I'm not going to butter it up. I'm not going to all filter things up and so on. And
Yeah.
till to date, the Lori Hantu thingy is still one of my favorite tracks. I have to admit it. You people might call me crazy, but I say it's one of my favorite tracks from last year till today. I just
Lovely.
put it on loop too many times. So if you see extra 100 views on YouTube, that is my work, lah. Basically,
Fantastic. Thanks, man.
I kind of like the video. I kind of like the whole concept of it and taking things out there. But in terms of moving or progressing in terms of your shows and music, what do you have in mind? Is there anything planned out? Because I know gigs, shows, busking is one thing, a part and parcel of your journey. But to, like you said earlier, you want to evolve and move on further. Do you have any plans stated where you're going to see yourself in the next few years?
Well, I think I wanna rekindle my like I said, I love improvisation. Early on, before I was getting all the gigs I played, I was part of the experimental underground scene, and I've been doing some stuff with that recently. Actually, there was a recently just launched, I think last month. There's an album by some friends from the improvisation scene. So it's called Serious Play Volume One. It was a series of shows that they're organizing in KL called Percussion Stall.
Okay.
So this friend, his name's Yong Jensen. So he's a free jazz saxophonist. He actually used to be in a Chinese underground band, one of the important speakers. But he abandoned electric guitar and all that and picked up the saxophone. So I recorded a improvised song with him for the album. So it's different artists. So we're one, but I put it under my improvisation moniker. The stage name is Straits of Chelaka.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I told you this. You say things as it is.
So, yes, Straits of Chelaka. So you won't see my name on the CD, but it's a track we recorded in the studio in this percussion store, and it's right in KL, Jalan Panggung. So I thought, when Jensen asked me to give a local song, local kind of like reference in a song, I thought about it. I love history. So I was reading a book about history of KL, and I thought, man, we're in like Jalan Panggung, near Petaling Street. This is the heart of the original Chinatown, right? So I decided to call the song the Transfiguration of the Last Kapitan of Kuala Lumpur.
Whoa, that's a long one.
Yeah, so it's a 8-minute track. Yeah, so
Okay.
I play mandolin on that. Yeah,
Okay, so it deserves a long title. 8-minute track, it deserves a long title.
it's a long one. Yeah. So I mean that's one. I want to do more of that. So, but of course that's really just following my own naluri lah where I head. But in terms of as a singer songwriter, I've got I don't want to do go back to the roots, just man and guitar. But I am also actually next year I'm gonna re-release my first album from 1998.
Oh,
It's the 25th anniversary.
nice.
So it was a cassette. Yeah, so it was a cassette release. So I'm gonna clean it up. My buddy Arif Ahir, who is also a brilliant singer-songwriter, so he recorded John Bonny Blues, and I told him, hey, come, let's clean this up. So that's coming up next year. Watch out. 25th
Actually,
anniversary.
it is kind of nice. It's like, it's good that you're doing that because if like, like I said, we're talking about almost a decade or 2 decades after, you have a different breed of listeners altogether. So it'd be nice reintroducing for them. It would be like, wow, this is new, man.
Betul,
But
betul.
new, for them, it might be like new sound altogether. So
Yeah,
that's a brilliant idea. I kind of like that, man.
yeah.
90, yeah, that's 98. My. When was the first time I met you? 98. I met you around mid 2000.
2000.
Yeah,
2000.
around there, man. You make me feel old, dude.
Well, no, we were all experienced.
Ripe Mingola. Ripe Mingola. It's cool. Let's get back to this music video. So now, if you mentioned earlier, there's something special going on that will be released on the 1st of July. That is on Friday by noon, right?
Yep, by noon on YouTube. And let's see, like I said, on the other platforms. Check out my Instagram, and that's where I'm definitely going to post it up. But yeah, I wish I could get the gang back into the music video, but I just didn't have the time and budget. And I think
Well, you gotta get the. Let's call this getting the ball rolling, lah.
Yeah.
You never know. But one thing I'm looking forward for to seeing is like you guys who's performing in Merdeka Raya. You have a whole lot of great acts who's performing over there. I'm just wondering whether have you guys ever considered of coming up with a compilation album of each and everyone who performed in Merdeka Raya, because the list is pretty long and I've seen everybody is pretty good down there. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna push it to them. Yeah, why not? Because I think Merdeka Raya has, as a venue, it's introduced a lot of new bands who move on doing bigger things, right? And it's such an important space, but it's struggling to even just they're always in the race. So
all that nonsense that was going on around us, like I felt sorry for them, man. I really felt sorry for them.
Yeah.
I wish for the best, because I was talking to my friend. They were talking about all the gigs that's going on. I said, dude, Merdeka Raya, either come up with a concert with all the bands that's performing there. You have all the awesome acts going on back to back. So there's a one day you get to see everybody going on from morning till night. Like it's like a weekend fiesta with the bands, man. At least one band perform 3 songs per set or whatever. That'd be cool, man. Everybody at one whole day. Make my life easier also.
They did that. I remember pre-pandemic. I think 2019 there was some sponsors that came in. I think they did a whole weekend. I think from like a Friday to a Sunday. I played one of it. I think it was Merdeka. That was the first time when the Truly Asia, which is the band who plays on John Blues. That was I think our first gig on Merdeka 2019, and there was that. Yeah, but I wish maybe a compilation. We will wait. Who knows? Like I said, the current generation, they're really into nostalgia, so they might listen to everything on Spotify, but actually the CD is something exotic to them.
Yeah, it's something nice. I would love to see that happen, man. I would love to really see that happen.
True. Actually, it's interesting that you brought this up, because I was playing a gig at Live Fact. When was it? A couple of months back, and I was putting on my merchandise. It was a CD and my T-shirt. And there's this young guy who was studying audio engineering. He was interning at Live Fact. So he was looking at me, put the stuff, and I just joked him, your generation onto CDs. I was like, are you correct? He said, no, actually, some of us, we're into this because it's nostalgia to us. Our parents had CDs. We don't have that. So the physicality of, physical never died. People say CD is coming back. No, it's never died.
It's just that the only problem is who owns a CD player and who doesn't.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the only problem. It's like I regret giving up my CD player. It's like, no, I don't have anything. It's like whenever I see friends with CDs, like, shit, I need to get one CD player, man. It's about time I did. It's like, I should have one.
You'll be surprised. Like I've been selling CDs, and I asked the guys to buy. I was like, hey, you got a CD player? I don't have, but I want to support you. So, thank you. Or I used to joke on stage even buy my CD, but you figure out how to play,
No, but I think that's the best part about that is it's not about listening to the song, but it's owning something. That's the most important thing. It's just like photographs, man. You can take 1,000 pictures, you post it on Facebook and so on, but nothing comes close to you flipping through a photo album. The
Exactly.
physical photo album is like you look through like even your wedding photos, like you have 101 on Facebook. No one bothers to look at it, but when you put in a photo album, it brings back a lot of good memories. So it's nice to have that physical album going on. I've seen people selling them, which I don't know, maybe they have their reason why they do so, but it is kind of nice to see, shit, he owns this cassette, but I used to have that before, man. It's like, those kind of things. I just wish you have a comeback, but I don't know, man. It's because everything going online seems to be nice and not so nice at the moment.
Betul,
Easy
betul.
accessible, but easily forgotten.
Yeah. It's hard for artists to monetize because why I'm still making CDs and merch because if I'm touring, I've got to roll, man. I've got to sell something, and that's the whole point of touring. You can't tour and tell people, "Hey, check out my Spotify." Why are you gonna get 0.0000 cent?
Yeah, no point.
No point. Yeah.
Spotify is just for you to just, I don't know, just for recognition. That's about it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's just some public thing. In fact, John Buggy Blues isn't even on Spotify yet. So
Wise
I might,
move. Maybe just put
so
one song enough. For more.
maybe I might put one. Maybe Lorianto because that was the first one I released from the album. Yeah, since it's your favorite, maybe I'll put that on.
Yes, that's still my favorite, the best. It has one of the best music video ever. It's so fresh, man. It's so fresh. There's nothing much. It's just you, that hat of yours, a guitar, and one Lori Hantu moving on. It speaks the reality of life that's going on everywhere around us. Every time I see a Lori Hantu, it reminds me of you, man. I'm not joking.
See, I know. I wanted to own that because I know people drive a highway will see it, and when I wanted to remember.
Every time in my housing area I see Lori Hantu, I knew this is what AZMYL was talking about, man. That's how it was.
There you go.
It's a brilliant thing. I seriously hope to see more of that. It's like people take it for granted. All this, like, hey, why is it so simple? But man, it hits you at the time. When the time comes, it really hits you. That's what I love about it. You can spend thousands of, maybe 100,000 on music videos, but nothing comes close to this, man. This was brilliant.
Yeah.
So, can you give me a hint of what's about the music video that's going to be released on the first? How does it look roughly?
Well, I think
teaser.
Visually is really nice. I mean, to me, it's a harkens back to the 90s style of music videos, and which we grew up with that. I love that kind of music videos where there's no sense, there's no irony, there's nothing. It's just, oh, what's going on here? There's a story. Oh, there's a guy singing, and oh, what's the story again? So that's why I told Wijun when he finished, I said, send me the rough cuts. Like, I love this, man. This is so 90s. It's
nice.
Yeah. So that's a hint.
Okay. So for those listening to this podcast, you know what is it all about? Just giving you a teaser. Are you going to do that premiering thing on YouTube? Usually they do, coming up in 8 hours, 12 hours. Are you going to do that?
Oh, yeah. I did it already because I don't want to run around, bring my laptop and upload it. So I uploaded it earlier, and I think it might be counting down now. But they call it the premiere feature. Yeah. So it's going to go by itself. Like, the robot's going to do it.
Okay, so good. That means I can post it on the website right now. So once so okay, because that's what I was worried about. It's like this thing is going to be aired tomorrow, or rather on the 30th. So the strike is coming on the 1st. How does a music video do I put it in? So okay, good. So for those listening in, just go check out the YouTube below. I'll post the whole thing down there, all the links, and of course I'm going to repost the Lori Hantu thingy just in case. Yeah, that's one of the good ones, man. I got to check that out. AZMYL, it's always been a pleasure chatting with you, man. It's always been a pleasure. I must admit, chatting with you is always satisfying on a podcast. I don't know why. This is what, the third, fourth time? Hopefully in the near future, I actually have a studio where I can have a sip of coffee with you while chatting, man.
That'd be cool. Yeah, man.
Cool. So, but before I wrap things up, any gigs coming up this weekend or the next week or so on?
Come to Merdekaria on 23rd July. I'm playing with the Truly Asia. So we're going to play the whole album, John Buggy Blues again. We haven't played in a while.
Okay.
And we got Lohan on guitar now on check. We started as a power trio, but live, Lohan said, hey, you need guitar, bro? Oh, anytime. So again, a good friend volunteered. I never say no. So at least live now, padu sikit lah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so come 23rd July, Merdekaria.
Cool. Any other gigs, short ones, quick, closest one? No.
Closest is just Penang. Penangites, if you're listening, come to Canteen at China House.
Good. I'll try to find those links, or maybe send me the link. I'll share it on the website for our friends in Penang to check it out for themselves, man.
Right.
Cool, cool. AZMYL, once again, thank you so much. The video, okay, once again, for those who've been following the conversation or maybe just halfway through, remember, it is an anniversary music video. Anniversary celebration music video, to be precise. And the track of this particular video is called
Something I wrote.
Something I Wrote. That's right. So it's going to be available on YouTube. I'm going to post a link on this particular website. You can check it out for yourselves. Just go there and make sure you like, share. Share. That is the most important thing. You have to share as much as possible and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get up to date with all the latest stuff that AZMYL is coming out with. And go back. You want to have the good stuff, the good shit, go back to the past, man. Trust me, this guy has some good shit in his list. You don't just look for the present one. You dig up as much as you can with AZMYL. Trust me, you will love the stuff, especially if you have my wavelength or the way of thinking things. You'll love his stuff. It's real. He keeps it real. The kind of musicians that I like the most. You just say it as it is. That's what AZMYL is all about, man. Cool, man. AZMYL, once again, thank you so much. It was great having you on the show. I wish you all the best, and I look forward for the video, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Cool, man. Cool. Absolutely cool.